You're listening to Don Carpenter on News Talk 1270 KIML.
News Talk 1270 KIML. And welcome back, and joining us in studio. This is always my favorite part of the week. I'm telling you, it is, because I don't have to talk about politics or gun control or anything like that. So, and of course, it's the ladies from the Roust About It Betties roller derby team. Thanks for joining us. So you want to go around and introduce yourselves? I mean, I know everybody's name, but I'll let you guys kind of introduce yourselves.
I'm Shell on Wheels.
Tick, tick, boom.
I'm Nicole Wade.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me, let's see. Just pull it a little bit closer.
And I'm Nicole Wade.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the show. And first up, I want to get a little bit of a recap of last week's bouts. So first up, we had a little bit of a scary moment, right after the bout started. Can you give us an update on what happened?
Sure. We had a girl who she took a hit and fell and hit her head. She did have to go to the hospital. Turns out she has a concussion, but she's doing fantastic. She's been coming to practices and just watching, and so she's doing great. Well,
I panicked because I was doing the announcing, and I've never saw anybody fall and get hurt like that before. I've seen falls. Everybody gets hurt a little bit, but that was a really rough bout. We had a few injuries.
It was brutal, but it was a lot of fun, and we definitely brought our A game, and we were so thankful for Casper to come up, and they had some illnesses on their team, and so unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I guess that's part of the sport. They're a great bunch. They were. I got to hang out with some of the Casper girls after the bout. That's one of the great things about it is everybody. It was hard hitting, but everybody's having fun anyway.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I also understand. Of course, every one of these bouts has a different cause, and you raised a good bit of money for a local man for that last bout, and I guess you're gonna present the check this Saturday.
I believe that's the plan. We're gonna present the check to Bobby G., who's the gentleman who works at Campbell County Memorial Hospital that we raised money to help with cancer for.
Yes, and that's a really great thing. It is really cool, and of course this upcoming bout is rolling for the Tatas, and it's October, Breast Cancer Month, so it's obviously an appropriate cause. So tell us a little bit about the bout. I don't know.
We're bouting against BRDD, which is the Billings Roller Derby team. They're our mother team.
They're a hard-hitting group of girls, but just fantastic. They're fantastic to play with and against and hang out with afterwards.
It's going to be an even better bout. It's going to be some competition. We have people that we know, people that we have practiced with, people that we have bout against, and we went against them a couple weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. And
they won against us, but I have a feeling this bout's going to be pretty awesome.
Well, now you mentioned they're your mother team, so when the Betties first started, they were the ones that kind of helped you out then.
Right. They taught us the basics of derby, and right down to their constitution and their bylaws and how to start the team, and then obviously the basic skills which every team takes and grows with. And
Right. Yeah, and there is a lot to it. It's quite a bit. I've seen the rule book too. And that's just the bout part. There's also the nonprofit part, and it's almost a full-time job. And
basically in the bylaws and the Constitution, you have code of conduct, you have ethics that you have to follow, and you also have you have to meet to practice a certain amount of times every month. Right. So it's basically a guideline to follow how you can have access to roller derby and being able to bout. It basically find points on the lines that you need to do in order to be able to bout.
Right. And now, are all those set up by WIFTA, or is this just like
No, each team sets its own bylaws.
Oh, okay. So you basically modeled yours after Billings then?
Correct.
Okay. So that makes sense. How about this? We're almost up against a break, but before we do that, why don't we give away a pair of tickets? And watch the phone lines light up here. 682-1270, 682-1270. We'll take the second caller. That way I can well, I don't know if I'd be able to pick up the other phone. I'll probably still have to walk across the room to pick up the phone, but 682-1270. This is for a pair of tickets for the Roust About It Betties against Billings
Roller Derby Dames.
The names always get me.
The last home bout of the season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the last home bout of the season, so it's your last chance. And when we come back, we'll talk about next season. And so this is Saturday night. Doors open at 5. Bout starts at 6 at Rockpile Ice Arena. Okay, and, okay. And let's just go down the line. You're caller number 1. Try again. And caller number 2. Are you there?
Hello.
Yeah. Are you? You want the roller derby tickets?
Heck yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put you on hold. Don't hang up when the audio drops out because I have to drop it out when I go to break. So just hang on, and I'll be right with you during the break.
Thank you.
Hey, there you go. It's that easy to win. And so stay tuned. News Talk 1270 KIML.
Call Don now, 682-1270. News Talk 1270 KIML.
News Talk 1270 KIML. And welcome back to the program. And again, I got to apologize to the guy I hung up on with the tickets. It's I don't know, it's a bad habit. See, what I do is that there's a certain button that I hit that goes to the next line, and it hangs up on the person. I just hit the wrong button. It's part of being in radio. Luckily, I was able to get the guy to call back. So we're talking about your bout that's coming up this Saturday at Rockpile Ice Arena. Doors open at 5, and the bout starts at 6. And, I mean, it really is. We've actually got a couple new fans. I mean, of course, Chad, our sports guy, he ended up having to run the scoreboard for us. And he's a new fan, and my boss Terry from the Fox, he loved it too. So I mean,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting new converts every time, and you had a pretty good turnout as well.
We did, and so we always encourage people to come check it out. And in addition to fans and spectators coming and checking out our bouts, we're also actively recruiting new skaters, NSOs, refs. If you want to be involved, we can find a spot for you. Oh yeah, and you mentioned the NSOs, and I know those guys, they don't always get the recognition, and I try to give them the recognition they deserve because, I mean, they're the scorekeepers, and they keep track of the penalties and timekeeper. I mean, it really is a thankless job. I mean. And of course the referees as well. I mean, I know there's always a little bit of a shortage of referees, so those guys deserve the credit as well. I mean, now a normal complement is 7 refs, right? Correct.
And I mean, the last couple times you've only had 5, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So
we actually, last I heard, only have 4 lined up for Saturday.
So those guys are going to be working hard.
They are.
So. Now, how do you work that out if you only have 4? You still have to have 2 jam refs and a head ref. So what's
basically, when you don't have enough refs, I believe kind of the protocol is the outside refs,
right?
The outside pack refs.
Basically, you have to do more work other than compared to having 4 on the outside. Mm-hmm. Basically, you have a jam ref and the second ref that follows the last jammer.
Right.
So if you have 4, all you have is 2 on the inside to follow the jammers, and then you have 2 on the outside to follow the blockers. So it kind of works out. They just have to do twice more work. They have to go around the track all the way and completely, and it just means they have to be more alert and whatnot.
Right. So you guys, you're going to try to get away with a little bit more since you can have a...
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, I had to ask. So, and of course, you also have a lot of stuff going on at halftime. There's always something going on, coloring contests and stuff like that. You're going to have the push cart contest.
Yep. The push cart belt is up for grabs again on Saturday. We actually had a new champion last Saturday who took it, and she'll be at the bout again this Saturday, and it's up for grabs. So we need a new competitor to race against her.
Okay. Well, now doesn't the former champion get a rematch, or
if he's the first one out there, he can have a rematch.
So that's how it works. And when we talk about push carts, it's two of the skaters go out, and somebody from the crowd, the champion and a challenger, push them around the track. And let's just settle it now. It'll be 2 laps. Because I didn't know it was on me to figure out how many laps it was last time. It'll be 2 laps.
Okay,
so
2 laps it is.
And just remind me, because I'll forget. So 2 laps. And so if the champion's listening, or the former champion, if he's listening, you better be out there first. And I'm only going to call it one time. So somebody will pop out. If he doesn't, I will.
There you go.
Well, now I box myself into a corner. Okay, so again, this is this Friday, this Saturday at Rockpile Ice Arena. Doors open at 5, and bout starts at 6, yep. And it usually lasts till about 8:30 or something like that.
Somewhere around there, and we'll have pizza for concessions this time, and.
Oh, nice.
So.
Yeah, and the concessions, and you always have a merchandise table set up with the T-shirts. You have the pink T-shirts as well for the breast cancer awareness, right?
We do. We have our special Rolling for the Tatas T-shirts on sale, along with our regular merchandise.
Yeah, and it's always, there's always a good assortment of stuff there. Now, do you have anybody else coming in? Because I know you had the graffiti artist and the wood carving. I'm sure there'll be somebody there. Well, I guess we'll find out on Saturday. It's always a surprise.
And I would also like to add, it's a really, family-friendly event. Bring your kids, bring everybody. Kids 10 and under are free. They always enjoy it. And like they said, concessions will be served. And every time that I get somebody new to come to the game, they have a great time. And, so much fun.
The kids love it. The first bout that I went to here, there were kids running around, and everybody had their favorite skaters, and it really is great for the kids.
They're some of our biggest fans.
Yeah,
the kids, and after the bout, win or lose, you always see all the kids lined up around the track because they want to high five all the skaters coming around.
Yeah.
And get their
And don't miss your chance to meet all the other skaters at the after parties that we usually have right after the bout. It's a good opportunity to meet all the skaters all at once, and compared to on the floor when we're being competitive and whatnot. So
yeah. The after parties are as much fun, if not more.
And we'll be at Mingles.
It's going to be Mingles this time? Mm-hmm. Okay, so there you go. The after party's at Mingles. So, and you know what? We're out of time, but I want to remind everybody, Roust About It Betties against the Billings Roller Derby Dames. Did we get everything?
Just that our next season is going to start April 5th with our first home bout against Gallatin.
Okay.
And we'll be releasing our full 2014 schedule around the end of the month.
And that'll be on the website, boutitbetties.com.
Yep, find us at boutitbetties.com and on Facebook. So there you go, Roust About It Betties this weekend, Saturday night at the Rockpile Ice Arena. Doors open at 5. Bout starts at 6, and kids 10 and under are free. I'm telling you, bring the kids. They love it. So we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys Saturday night. And with that, we're out of time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Stay tuned for Rush.
Better than your first kiss, without all the awkward slobber. Don Carpenter on News Talk 1270 KIML.